So what do you think are some of the best things to having such a big family and having two ummis that are always there for you and everything?
Cookies.
Can't hear you. What you say?
Cookies.
Cookies?
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Coach Nazir, one of the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as one of the authors of Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. With that being said, as you can see on the screen, I have some very important gentlemen that will be sharing some of their experiences with you today. I'm going to conduct a little impromptu interview, if you will, of my sunshines, my youngest four children, who will introduce themselves, starting with the oldest as he gets the microphone.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. I'm Nasir ibn Nadir Nasib.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Shoaib ibn Nadir Nasib. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Saraka ibn Nadir Nasib. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Saifullah ibn Nadir Nasib.
Indeed. So, these are my four youngest sons. And we get asked the question a lot about traveling across the world. We get asked about what do you do when you're raising children, in polygyny. So these are, again, my four youngest sons, born and raised in polygyny from day one. And there's the myth and the stereotype that, oh my goodness, if you're in polygyny, it's so cruel and crazy and stuff like that. So I want them to share with you just some of the experiences, some of the things that you have done and that you've experienced as we've been traveling. Okay, boys? Okay. All right? You don't have to be nervous. Just us, just chilling. All right, so let's start with flying. What do you like about flying across the world?
What I like about flying across the world is how you get to see a lot of different places and a lot of stuff that a lot of people only dream of seeing, and being able to actually see it and be there.
A lot of people you only dream of seeing. Like who? What you mean? What you talking about? Who was you dreaming about seeing that you saw?
No, I was talking about a lot of people will be dreaming of seeing the stuff that we saw around in different countries.
Okay, like what? What places and stuff?
Like seeing the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, and seeing.
You know how old the Hagia Sophia is? Or anybody remember?
No.
No, nobody. Over 1,500 years old, 1,500 years old. Hagia Sophia, indeed. Okay, what else? Anybody else?
Yes.
Okay.
I like how they have different food that I want to try across the world.
What kind of foods did you like?
The new sandwich that I tried, and that pudding that I tried.
Sandwiches and puddings. Okay, I see. Anybody else?
Yes. My favorite part is the airport, because we can walk around and stuff. And the second part is flying, because you can look out the window and relax and have a great time with your family. And the favorite thing in Turkey is sometimes walking to Fajr.
Yeah, indeed. Walking to the different massages. What you like, Saifullah?
My favorite part is after we're in the airport and they give us good food. And after we look out the window, we can see very small cars.
Okay. All right, what about different things in Kazakhstan? What was your favorite parts of Kazakhstan?
The houses look nice.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like the houses at Kazakhstan look so nice.
So you talking about where we were living at with the different deluxe apartments and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, indeed. The sauna and everything. What else? Anybody else in Kazakhstan? What you like about Kazakhstan?
I like about Kazakhstan. I like how the people are so nice, and I like how it's a bunch of snow there, and it's extremely cold there. And I like how we walk to the other apartment E23
The other
and
apartments. So
D1.
you talking about when we have the different houses, but then we go to each other's houses and stuff like that?
Yes, I like walking there to the other place.
What I like about Kazakhstan is how many places there are to see, like the Mega Silkway Mall, which has an ice rink in it, and also the tall tower with the golden ball on top of it. So that's what I like about Kazakhstan.
Like that tent mall and all that stuff too. Anything you remember about Kazakhstan that you like?
No.
No? That was in Nur Sultan in Kazakhstan. So what about Turkey? Or what about Dubai?
I like when we were in the airport and then we were flying in the plane, we saw the islands that look like palm trees, and we saw the Burj Khalifa when we were landing in the airport.
I like about Dubai. It's so warm there and it's so cool. The cars are amazing. And I like the airport because it's so pretty and it's a bunch of people. And I like the flights to there because Qatar was, what's it called, nice airport.
Qatar Airlines, yeah, that's one of my favorite airlines. Anything?
I like about how that when after I go to school, but I wish the boys can go to school with me.
Okay, so now we talking about more about Turkey. So, what you like about Turkey? Any trips or any adventures that you guys went on?
What I like about Turkey is that right before we left, we went to a huge skate park and bike park, and we rode our bikes and did a lot of tricks and stunts with them.
I think it was called a car park. Remember, because they had all the cars that you could rent and then drive around the pathway for kids. And then, of course, they had the bike stuff over there too. What else? Any other parks that you liked, or any other adventures that we went on?
Yes. I like the dinosaur park. It had a lot of cartoon people and Disney people. And my favorite part was where's all the Disney characters was at.
Yeah, they did have a lot of cartoon characters. I think it's called Around the World in 10,000 Years or 10,000 Days, something like that.
And I like how the Japan park, because it has a lot of sand and big, and it's so big, and it has different things that we can go on from the park.
All right, what else? You like anything else about Turkey? What about the swimming, or what about Istanbul? What about the different masajid, the mountains, and different stuff? Yeah, did y'all like any of that?
Yes.
Yes. I like about that when we came to Ankara, and it was a lot of traffic and a lot of taxis.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Ankara. And they have IKEA out there and everything. What else? Anything else? Let's say goodbye with Mike.
I like about Turkey after it had a lot of nice stuff in it.
Like what?
The couches inside of our house and the chairs.
Like the furniture. Furniture was nice. It was strong. Definitely a lot different than here.
What I like about Turkey is how when we were coming back from the masajid from early in the morning, we went on the mountains, and then we watched the sunrise up from the mountains.
So a lot of the things that we've done as a big family, you guys were world schooling. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, right? So that means you had the opportunity to experience different countries, different languages, different cuisine or the food, different and a totally different culture. So what was really some of the biggest differences you saw versus here in America versus, let's say, in Turkey, for example? What are some of the biggest differences that you liked?
The big difference is the cars, because we didn't see that much cars at America because it was more cool cars than at Turkey. But it was a bunch of tiny cars at Turkey because I don't know why it was a bunch of tiny cars, but it was a lot of people at that place. And America has a lot of cars too. And we didn't see that much McDonald's there either.
Hey, it's show and tell time. You see this? I got this when I was traveling with my family, my wives, and my children over the last couple of years. This is really kind of a coat of arms, if you will, a coat of honor. See, this is how Turkish soldiers used to pretty much dress and be down, or the leadership did, and you really can't see it necessarily unless you look really close. It has Arabic writing on it. Now, why am I talking about that? Am I trying to sell this? No, I'm not. This is mine. But what I am saying is that men used to be different. They used to go and strive and conquer and expand, all right? And it started with family. They had strong families. Many men had multiple wives. It's called polygamy. But today, even though it has a lot of answers for modern day problems, most have no idea what to do. So they cheat, they sneak around, they pay in, all kinds of crazy things, even though I believe men are polygynous by nature. With that being said, where can you learn about how to practice it in a healthy manner, where it's honorable? It raises the status of wives. It allows men to become more, as they should strive to be, more than twice the men. We need leaders. We need those who are serious about the family so that we can return to glory on whole nother levels, instead of just having things as remnants of the past. So if you want to learn more about polygyny, then go to polygamyroadmap.com. Read the roadmap, understand how you can become more than twice the man, or how your wives or wife can also be part of that legacy. Go, polygamyroadmap.com. Hope to see you there. Something like peace.
What I liked about Turkey is how there's a lot of families that are in Turkey. They have like their whole family, and they be driving on one moped.
I like about America is they have a lot of school buses.
Okay. Anything to say, Andrew, that you really like that's a lot different?
Yes. About that, the Masjid Suleiman so huge.
Yeah, it is big in Istanbul, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. So what do you think are some of the best things to having such a big family and having two ummis that are always there for you and everything?
Cookies.
Can't hear you. What you say?
Cookies.
Cookies.
Yes.
So what do you like about that?
What I like is having a big family is that you have lots of people to play with and talk to, so you don't feel all alone. And you also have a lot of people who care about you. And also, you can also ask for help, because it's not just a little bit of people, and not everybody's always busy. There's always one person who you can ask to help.
Teamwork make the dream. What about you, Shuai?
I like about our big family is they help other people, our other families a lot, like our brothers and sisters, and I like how they make the younger brothers and the older brothers some dinner and lunch and breakfast. And I like about how when they do work, they can take a break from work and play with us.
So what do you like about the family meetings? We were doing the family meetings at the houses and out in the courtyard area outside, the gazebo and everything, by the water and the pool, the different parks. What you like best about the way we did family meetings?
I like about how when we're doing family meetings, we do it at different places. And my favorite family meeting we ever held was at Kazakhstan because of the gazebos was huge, and they had a bunch of parks close to the gazebo.
So one thing you definitely see, especially in Turkey, is that it's family friendly. What about the malls? Because remember, the malls had all the kids' rides and all that stuff in there, and the carnivals out in the parking lot and stuff like that. Y'all didn't like that? Or you just forgot about it?
What I also like about the malls and bazaars in Turkey is that where you go, there's a lot of jewelry that's there. Because, like, the biggest bazaar we went to in Istanbul, there was a lot of jewelry shops and clothes, and they had a lot of anime.
And my favorite mall is M1 because it's so cool and they have big rides. And it looks like Six Flags but tinier, and it has big rides, and it beats a lot of people there when it's Eid. I like about how the rides are so cool because they have different rides that people like, and about how they have big stores.
All right, so when it comes time for our Eid celebrations, our cooking food at family nights and game nights and stuff like that at each other's houses and everything, what'd you like about that?
I liked about how it made us spend a lot of time together and see what we each can cook and play games and laugh with each other and don't coop up in our rooms all day and on our electronics. It made us be more open.
What was the best game? What was the most fun game?
Connect 4.
For me, it was Uno.
Uno, Connect 4. What about charades and stuff that we playing on TV? I ain't like that we had the buzzer and everything. We were beating the ladies.
My favorite was Uno.
What about Pictionary? Were y'all drawing on the boards and stuff?
Yeah, my favorite is Pictionary because after we draw on the board, the people have to guess it.
All right, good stuff. So, what would you encourage people? Because sometimes people don't know, that there are so many blessings and so many good things you have with a really big family when the person's practicing polygyny, which means the husband has multiple wives and everybody is contributing and they're paying attention to everybody and you're playing games and you're serious really about building a family. So what would you encourage people? What would you say as children who are growing up in a big polygynous family that you are part of? What would you say? What advice would you give? People are looking for your wisdom, fellas.
I'll be helping them a lot, and if someone needs help, I'll ask them if they need help.
What I'll say is that if you marry two wives, then try to make both of your each pieces of your family connect together to make them have a stronger bond with each other.
Anything to say?
No.
No? Okay, no problem at all. Anything you want to say?
Yes. I like how when we were at Turkey, when we go outside, we always say "Salaakum" to the Muslim.
Oh yeah, of course. Most of the people there were definitely Muslim. So now, one of the great things, what about living so close to each other? You don't even need a car to go. Just go right next door. Y'all like that?
Yes.
All right, y'all. That was a glimpse into Four Sunshines from my family. Now, how old are you guys, by the way? At the time we're recording this, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
I'm 10 and a half. I'm about to turn 11 this year. I'm 8. I'm 5.
All right. With that being said, prayerfully, if Allah allows us to live more years, we will come back, reconvene, do another interview, see how your insights and advice have grown, and what questions the audience may have from you. So with that being said, everyone, I appreciate you staying tuned. And if you watched the entire video, you see some of the questions we asked, you have other questions to ask. Again, this was relatively impromptu. What I would like you to do below is put all of the suns shine. All of the suns shine. Talking about these four, they shine. Yep, have more and all of that kind of stuff. But these are the ones who are here right now, up and coming, whom, to truth be told, that's one of the reasons we started Outstanding Personal Relationships. We wanted to, or especially our YouTube channels, because we want to be able to leave practical advice for future generations. We want their children and their children's children to see and know who we are and the things that we put in place to get blessings upon blessings upon blessings. So if we do not live to see them, they at least still get the advice from somebody they may have never met. We might not meet until Yom Qiyamah, and inshallah ta'ala reconvene in Jannah or in paradise. So, just keep that in mind when you're talking about being legacy focused and the things that you do and the bonding that you make and the being intentional and making sure you have the proper alignment with your family. This is much bigger than somebody's being immature or not feeling a certain way. You know what? The facts of the bond and the truth is things are much bigger than all of us. So if family is important to you, and it's definitely important to me, it's part of our philosophy, if you will, when it comes to faith, family, finances. Obviously, faith is the pinnacle. We are Muslims, we're practicing Muslims. Without that, there's no success. This is our personal belief. You don't have to necessarily believe that, but you can absolutely understand what we mean when it comes to practicing polygamy. And we practice polygyny, the form of how it was revealed as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So with that being said, take the good, and should we do something wrong, please let us know. We're not immune from good advice and feedback. Matter of fact, we would rather get that now than later. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, you want some more of it from our family, what we're doing, put in the comments, all of the suns shine. I know I just changed it, but all of the suns shine. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one if you haven't already subscribed. So make sure you
Subscribe,
Like, and hit the bell.
and hit the bell.
All right, good stuff. We appreciate you. Remember that a wish changes nothing, but a decision changes everything. I'm Coach Nazir, the one who helps people get their shift together. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.